In Uganda, nearly 11 million children die each year before their 5th birthday. In sub-Saharan Africa, the HIV/AIDS epidemic has orphaned more than 1 million children. More than 20,000 children have been abducted and forced to serve as child soldiers in Uganda. At the end of 2008, it was estimated that out of 31.3 million adults worldwide living with HIV and AIDS, around half are women. This story comes from a woman who grew up in Uganda, Africa. 8 years earlier, her family and her moved to Uganda, a country famous for violence and poverty. In Kampala, Uganda's battered capital, they planted a church that they believed God would use to restore hope to the city and the nation. Uganda's people had endured so much. Corrupt and oppressive rulers had waged ruthless wars against the people, and when they were done with their slaughter, nearly 1 million were left dead. She was taken to visit a 7-year-old widow. She had mothered 7 children. As they walked through the banana groves behind her small hut, she began to point out the graves of her husband and 6 of her children. AIDS had killed them all. Her last surviving child, a daughter, was dying of the same disease. She was reminded of the verse in James chapter 1, verse 27 that says, "Religion that God the Father accepts as pure and faultless is this, to look after the orphan and the widow in their distress and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world." Her visit with that woman in a simple Ugandan village stirred her to the core of her being and became the defining moments of her life. Watoto Child Care Ministries was birthed out of our local church, Watoto Church, in 1994 as a result. Watoto is a church-based organization that cares for orphans and widows in Uganda. Our goal is to raise the next generation of Ugandan leaders. In 1994, Kampala Pentecostal Church began rescuing orphans. Watoto was born out of the need to place parentless children into loving families. Through Watoto, these children receive a message of Jesus Christ and His salvation, a spiritual awakening, and excellent education in a family. To date, Watoto has over 1,500 children in holistic care, and this number continues to grow yearly. Watoto cares for children in 2 ways. Watoto places the most vulnerable children into new families. Each family consists of 8 children and a mother who cares for them. Watoto supports the living relatives of orphans, such as grandparents, uncles, or aunts, by ensuring the children receive food, clothing, and education while living under the protection of their own family. Watoto employs several social workers who, with the approval of the government of Uganda, locate and select the most vulnerable children. These children are some of the 2 million Ugandans who have been orphaned due to AIDS and war. Many Watoto mothers are widows. Some of them have children of their own. Watoto supports these women by giving them the opportunity to fulfill their roles as mothers. Each mother is responsible for the daily care of 8 children. The Watoto Children's Choir travels internationally to help raise an understanding of the plight of Africa orphans. Watoto's performances are a soulful blend of native African rhythms, contemporary gospel music, and ethnic dance. During their concerts, audiences are encouraged to donate towards one Watoto or many projects in Uganda. This clip was dedicated to all the children and women in Uganda. A few years ago, they came to my church for a performance. I will never forget that day.